Manchester United striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic has emerged as a January target for Turkish rivals Beşiktaş and Galatasaray, reports Photomag. The 36-year-old Swede is currently tied to a short-term contract at Old Trafford, which is due to run until the end of the season. He has, however, struggled for full fitness since rejoining the Red Devils on the back of a serious knee injury, and United are being heavily linked with several striking alternatives. Manchester United are set to challenge Liverpool over the signature of Borussia Dortmund's US wonderkid Christian Pulisic, claims The Independent. Pulisic, 19, is already a regular starter with both club and country, and his added value as an icon in the lucrative US market makes him an attractive signing, and while Jurgen Klopp is a confirmed admirer of the player from his former club, he could face stiff competition from Old Trafford this summer. Liverpool have succeeded in the bid to push forward the signing of Naby Keita, according to The Express. The Reds agreed terms with RB Leipzig over the midfielder in the summer, but the sale of Philippe Coutinho has left the club short of cover in the middle. Their efforts to move up the transfer date have apparently been successful, and Keita could sign as early as Sunday. Real Madrid were willing to activate Lionel Messi's release clause back in 2013, reports El Mundo. The Barcelona talisman has been linked with Manchester City in the past, but apparently the Catalan club's fierce rivals were willing to pay the fee that would allow them to enter contract talks with the Argentine. Arsène Wenger concedes that Alexis Sanchez is likely to leave Arsenal, but he remains optimistic regarding a new contract for Mesut Ozil. The Gunners have seen speculation surrounding two key figures cast an unwelcome shadow over their efforts in 201,718, with Manchester rival City and United ready to pounce if the exit door is opened. Read the full story on Goal. Real Madrid have Tottenham trio Harry Kane, Dele Alli and Mauricio Pochettino in the sights, claims Don Ballin. The Blancos are readying themselves for a summer refresh, with changes being planned on and off the field. England internationals Kane and Alli have been linked with Real for some time, while Pochettino is now considered to be a possible successor to Zinedine Zidane in the Santiago Bernabeu managerial hot seat. With Alexis Sanchez's departure from Arsenal now only a matter of time, the search has begun in earnest for his replacement. Christian Pavón, the Boca Juniors striker making big waves in Argentina, has emerged as a real target for the Gunners as they look for a successor to one of the finest talents in the Premier League. Goal explains why the 37-year-old M-rated talent could be a perfect choice for Arsène Wenger. Juventus have opened dialogue with Manchester United defender Matteo Darmian regarding a return to Italy, reports Corriere dello Sport. The versatile fullback has slipped back down the pecking order at Old Trafford, and is an option being explored by the reigning Serie A champions. AC Milan are plotting a summer bid to lure Edin Dzeko away from Roma, claims Tuttosport. The former Manchester City striker has been a prolific source of goals in the Italian capital, and is considered to be the man to reignite a spark at the San Siro. Eden Hazard is their top player, but may have to leave Chelsea for one of the great teams in Europe to become the best, says Claude Puel. The Blues star continues to be linked with Real Madrid, and the man who previously worked with him at Lille feels he is deserving of such a stage. Read the full story on Goal. Michy Batshuayi is edging ever closer to completing a loan move from Chelsea to Sevilla, reports Mucho Deport. Goal revealed on Tuesday that the La Liga outfit were eager to land the Belgian striker and offer the game time being denied him at Stamford Bridge. Ivan Rakitic admits those left behind at Barcelona wish that Neymar had not made a €222 million move to Paris Saint-Germain. The Brazilian forward became the most expensive player on the planet in the summer of 2017 when trading Catalonia for the French capital. Read the full story on Goal. Manchester United are unlikely to make an offer for Jamie Vardy after expressing interest in the Leicester City striker, according to the Leicester Mercury. The Red Devils reportedly decided against submitting a bid because of the heavy transfer fee that would be necessary, with Jose Mourinho's side instead focusing on hijacking Manchester City's move for Alexis Sanchez. Vardy, meanwhile, is said to be happy at the King Power Stadium and not actively seeking an exit. Manchester City and Arsenal target Johnny Evans has been set a deadline of just over 2 weeks to decide his future by West Brom, according to the Daily Mail. The former Man United man has seen his name linked with some of the Premier League's biggest clubs in the current window, but he will have to make up his mind by January 28, or his club will veto a move expected to be worth around £35 million. Arsenal's hopes of landing Malcolm have received a boost after Spurs cooled their interest in the Bordeaux man, reports the Daily Star. The 20-year-old has attracted interest from both sides of North London in recent weeks, and could be available this window for £45 million. But the Gunners, who see him as a possible replacement for Alexis Sanchez, seem to be in pole position as the rivals dropped out of the race. Manchester City have made a £45 million bid for Shakhtar Donetsk's Fred, according to the Manchester Evening News. The Brazilian has been identified by Pep Guardiola as the long-term successor to Fernandinho in midfield, although he may face competition from rivals United. Real Madrid have turned to Roma goalkeeper Alisson as a possible new no. One at the Bernabeu, reports Gianluca Di Marzio, with Keylor Navas placed between the posts coming under scrutiny. A number of shot-stoppers have been linked with a Madrid move. Among those is the Brazil star, who has gained many fans with his fine performances in Serie A. Arsenal have joined the likes of Inter and Celta in pursuing Barcelona midfielder Rafinha, according to Sport. Ravaged by injuries, Rafinha has been made available for transfer at Camp Nou as he seeks more playing minutes. Both Inter and Celta are keen to strike a loan deal in January, and with Arsenal now in the picture, the player will have no lack of options. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez is in talks with Manchester City over the possible signing of Raheem Sterling, claims Don Ballin. Sterling has seen marked improvement in his game since coming under the wing of Pep Guardiola, and an upturn in form has not escaped the attention of Perez, who sees him as a possible successor to Gareth Bale at the Bernabeu. Antonio Conte has redoubled his commitment to Chelsea amid speculation that he could be ready to walk out on the club after just 18 months in charge. Get the full story right here on Goal. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger has insisted he is still committed to the Premier League club and has no plans to leave before the end of his contract in 2019. Get the full story right here on Goal. United States legend Landon Donovan has joined Club Lyon in a surprise return from retirement, the Liga MX team announced late Friday. "I love the city, it's the best fans. Club Lyon is a historic winning team," Donovan tweeted. "I don't believe in walls. I want to go to Mexico, wear green, win trophies with Lyon. I'll see each other very soon." Get the full story right here on Goal. Tottenham's attempts to keep the first team together will continue with fresh contracts for Christian Eriksen and Heung-min Son, according to the Mirror. While Dele Alli and Harry Kane's deals are top priority at the club, they are also keen to tie down the midfield pair to long-term extensions. Arda Turan is on the verge of sealing a return to his native Turkey as he negotiates with Super League leaders Başakşehir, according to Sport. Frozen out of Ernesto Valverde's plans at Barcelona, Arda is set for an 18-month loan back home. Independiente have confirmed Atlanta United target Ezequiel Barco will leave the club in a move believed to be worth $15 million. Get the full story right here on Goal. Former Arsenal and Manchester United striker Robin van Persie is set to leave Fenerbahce to complete a return to Feyenoord, according to AD. The Dutchman began his senior career with the Eredivisie club and looks as though he will now be returning, having struggled for game time in Turkey during the 201,718 season. Antonio Conte has denied that Chelsea were interested in signing Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy. The full story right here on Goal. Manchester City have identified Nice midfielder Jean-Michel Seri as a possible signing, according to L'Equipe. Seri, who was close to a Barcelona move in the summer, would add more depth to the City midfield and is highly rated. Through his displays in League One, Atletico Madrid are considering an approach for Torino's Andrea Bellotti, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. With Antoine Griezmann's future far from certain, the Liga side see Torino's Italy international as a fine replacement in the summer. Arsenal want Anthony Martial included in any deal that would take Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United, according to the Daily Star. Gunners boss Arsene Wenger wants a replacement before he allows Alexis to leave, and he is hopeful Martial can be that player. United are reluctant to let Martial go, however, though they would be willing to include Chris Smalling in the deal should Arsenal be keen on the centre-back. Paris Saint-Germain coach Unai Emery insisted the Ligue 1 giants would not be shaken by rumours Neymar is set to join Real Madrid. The players are smart and the club have gained experience. I also have experience and I know that people from outside can disrupt us. Some people who may have some interest in doing so, he said. For example, if you read today the first sport newspaper in Spain, the cover is that Neymar is going to Real Madrid. These things don't shake us. Get the full story right here on Goal. Manchester United are ready to give David De Gea a massive raise in an attempt to fend off interest from Real Madrid. According to The Sun, Madrid are still circling for the 27-year-old. And with De Gea's contract set to expire in 2019, the Red Devils want to offer a new deal to lock down the prized goalkeeper. United reportedly plan to up De Gea's £210,000 a week wages to £300,000 a week, making him the club's joint highest paid player along with Paul Pogba.